Hello, hello, everyone. Hello and welcome. Happy Tuesday. Hi, guys. Hey, Barry Cat. Well, guess what? We are going to be working on a really super quick project today. Very easy. Everybody can do this. You can do it using your scraps. You don't need anything fancy other than really the oh, goodbye. Sorry. Okay. There we go. So yes, so all you're going to need is going to be your die set. This is the Hero Arts kettle. I think it's called the Tea Kettle Fancy Die, correct? Which is super cute. It allows you to make a whole bunch of different projects. When we are done here today, I am going to be going into the Facebook group and I am going to be sharing a bunch of project ideas for you. So, in addition to what we're going to do here today, which is super quick, we are also going to have a bunch of other inspirations for you to use this die set and make some really fantastic cards, pages, whether they're layouts or journal pages or ATCs. I mean, all kinds of stuff. You guys will see. So it's going to be a lot of fun. Okay, now I had done a video prior to this giving you all the supplies that you were going to need and for you to prepare. So I hope that you did get those ready. If you did not, no worries. They're all very basic things like scissors, obviously some paper that you're going to use in order to make your card, glue, um, your trimmer, or your guillotine, whichever one you use. And what else? Maybe some inks. An embossing folder is optional. So there's quite a few things that are optional as well. Anyway, let's jump right in and get started. I am going to be using a decorative paper line for this. So this is the prototype that I created. So we are going to recreate this. Hey, Barbara, we're going to recreate this using whatever paper line or scraps of paper you've chosen. The biggest piece, as I mentioned, is going to be the base, and that can just be a piece of solid cardstock. The rest, it's all going to be relatively small, so you can use scraps as well, especially if this is your first one, so you can do a prototype like I did. Um, and then after that, you'll know how to get it done, and you can make a bunch of different ones now, knowing what it is that you are going for, what look. Okay. So let's jump in and get started. I had told you that I was going to most likely use this paper line collection because I really love the idea of the tiles. So, that is a possibility. Um, till this moment, I honestly have not fully decided what's new, right? I think a lot of these patterns would be really cute for like the kettle. I try to do like a toile looking kettle on this one, but on the original one that I did, I use a stencil set. Let me show you that. And again, I'm going to post a bunch of pictures in the Facebook group. So if you're not in the Facebook group, make sure you go join. It's Spectrum Art Creation Friends. I used a stencil. This is a layering stencil, also from Hero Arts. This one right here. And in that, what I did was I used it on the kettle here. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Here you go. So I used it on the kettle. See? So it's that just on here. So you can use your stencils too. You could also use your napkins. You can use your tissue paper to decorate the kettle, so any of that. So yes. So now you guys have a better idea as to what we are looking for. And that's why I try to do the supplies on a visual note. So, but then, of course, there's always more, right, guys? So I hope you have your papers chosen. If not, just go grab a paper line or go get some scraps. I'm sure we all have a scrap bin. Wow, that was not friendly. That was some strong adhesive. Okay, so then I thought, what if I use Casa Granada? Casa Granada is similar. I remember it has tiles. And it has some other like really cool colors. So it's got more of a varied palette, like browns, teals, reds, yellows, blues. So I thought, this could work, right? And I have more color choices. So I think this is what I'm going to use, because I noticed it's got tiles as well. And I was really liking that tile look. Look how cute that would be. Imagine that teacup just sitting on that counter. Wouldn't that be neat? I think I saw another counter too, didn't I? Oh, here. Oh, look, and it's already got some teacups. So our little teacup can go down here. And then that could be the inside, like that. That'd be kind of cool too. See? So just kind of, but we could just go with a wallpaper. Actually, you could use real wallpaper, and that would be amazing, wouldn't it? Oh, look at this one. Here's another kitchen counter. We could use that. Hey, Brian. Just put the teacup right on that counter. And there's already some cups up here, about the same size. It's pretty cool. Anywho, so that's what I'm going to be using.
Ori's here.
Hey, Ori. Okay, so are we ready? Let's go ahead and get started. Now, I am going to do this a little bit different because, hey, Dawn, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to start by cutting out the papers. Why? Well, because I don't really have a set plan. Maybe you guys do. And if you do, great. If you already know, like, look, this is going to be the color of my base. This is going to be the color of my second mat. This is going to be the color of my top mat. Then great, you got it. I don't, so I'm going to start with these pages. Hang on, let me rip out some pages that I just saw. I think that'll be the easiest thing to do. This one. And I have 2 pads because I had already done a video with this. So I do have this combobulated half of a pad that I can use too. Yeah. And some leftover chipboard pieces that, maybe we can use some of those. Okay. But let's go and go with these papers right here. Yeah, let's do this one. And let's do, so this could be my, see this mat here? So let's call them this way. Let's call them the base, the middle, and the top. Does that make sense? So the blue is my base, the middle is this one, and then the top is this. So from the middle, we're going to see only a little bit. From the base, even less. And then, of course, this is going to be our focal right there. So this is my middle. Then I can do this one because I like those tiles. I do. This could be my middle. My top. So now I just need, based on that, I need to pick a base. I did pull a bunch of different colors that I thought would coordinate. I kind of grabbed the pad and just pulled like the pinks. So I could have like a pink. Hey, Amber. Hey, Annette. All right. So I could do a pink base. I could do a pink base for my card. I could do.
What size do we need for the base?
The base is going to be our biggest piece. That's going to be 9 inches wide by 6 inches tall. Okay. So that's the biggest piece you have to worry about. Teal and teal. No, that's too much teal. Is that a different? Oh, here's a green.
And that's just beautiful color.
Oh, thank you. I think it would be brown. Or is that too much brown? I kind of like the brown. Let me leave that one to the side. Oh, I like this one too. This is a different type of blue. Too much blue though, right? I'm thinking. How about the red? And that's another pink. I think I'm going to go with the brown and just keep it simple. How's that? Let's keep it nice and simple. So now that I have my color scheme, I know this is going to be my base. I know this is going to be the middle mat. And I know that this is going to be my top mat. We can go ahead and cut. So hopefully you guys have yours as well. So as we had mentioned, let's start with the base. Let me get my trimmer. And we're going to cut that 6 by 9. Again, if yours has orientation, you need 6 inches tall, 9 inches wide. I don't have an orientation, so it doesn't matter to me. It's a solid piece of paper. Six by 9. Okay, save those. Save everything. All right, let's put that off to the side for now. Then we're going to go ahead and cut our middle mats. Let's do the ones in the middle. Again, that's that second one, the one that's going to go right above this. So I said I wanted to cut it out of this paper right here. We're only going to see a little bit. So maybe even that text would be really cute to see some of that text there on the side. Okay, to do that, we're going to need the following pieces. Again, let's bring our trimmer. Hopefully everyone's got their 6 by 9. I'll wait a couple of seconds just to make sure you all have done your 6 by 9. Okay, we're good. All right. The next piece we're going to cut is going to be the one on this side. And the one on that side, let me make sure. Front right hand side. It's going to be 5 1/4 by 5 3/4. Let me double measure just to make sure. Always measure and then cut, right? 5 3/4 tall. Yes. By 5 1/4 wide. Okay. So my width is 5 1/4. So which side do I want to cut? I want to see that text. Oh, but we won't really see that corner. It won't matter. It's all good. 5 1/4. And again, this is your prototype. So don't sit there overthinking it. 5 1/4 by 5 3/4. Okay. So that's going to go on that side. Got that? Everybody there? For this side, we're going to need a 3 1/4 by 5 3/4. I don't think I have enough. I don't, so that's why I need a second sheet. Let me get myself a second sheet. And I just noticed there's some text here, but there's also text here, so I can turn it this way. That's kind of cool. So again, let me measure it one more time while I'm giving you a chance to catch up. Yes, 3 1/4. And we know the height is the same. It's 5 3/4. So let's cut at 3 1/4 and 5 3/4. Okay, so now we've got that left-hand side piece. All right, I will wait there. If you guys are crafting along, hey staff, so good to see you. If you guys are crafting along, then let me know that you are with me. Or let me know if you have any questions, if you need for me to tell you any of the measurements again. And I'll go over them one more time just in case.
Is that Stephanie Pettis?
It is.
You changed your channel.
So again, that base is
Hi, Steph.
9 by 6, right? So 9 wide, 6 tall. this mat on this side, on the right hand side, is going to be 5 1/4, 5 1/4 by 5 3/4.
You
And
think
then,
he's been working so much?
oh, I bet. And then the one on the left hand side is going to be 3 1/4 by 5 3/4. Okay, that's all we've done so far. That's it. Okay.
Just waiting it with scrap.
Perfect. Yes, that's what I did with this one. I grabbed like single-sided, very thin paper just to, create a prototype. That's all.
Steph, what are you making?
We are making a tea card for a tea challenge that we have going on in the Facebook group. Just because it's fun and because we have this die set. And so we promised everyone that we would come along and craft and show you a project with it. Okay, so we got that, right? Let me get rid of all of this.
Steph says nice. How fun.
Yes. Okay, now let's move on to the next layer, which is going to be the top layer, right? Let me make sure I get to the right page and give you the right measurements. Okay, so now this is going to be the layer that sits on top. This is going to be the one that we're really going to see. Again, we're only going to see a little bit of the base, a little bit of that middle mat, but this one kind of is like your focal, right? So, just kind of pick something that you think would look good. As I had mentioned, I'm going to be using the tiles on here. At least that's my hope. Let's make sure. We're going to go ahead and measure it. And then we'll make sure that we've got the right measurements. So we've got 4 3/4 by 5 1/4. Okay. And that's going to cut this bigger piece. So I'm going to get that bigger piece first just to make sure that I have enough. And again, it's going to be 4 3/4 wide by 5 1/4 tall. So I'm going to do that 5 1/4 first. 5 1/4. I really wanted to incorporate that, but I guess I can't. I have to choose whether I want this or that.
Hi, Angel.
Hey, Angel. Well, yeah. I kind of have to choose if I want that. You see my dilemma? I want these tiles. I want it all. But I also like this right here. I can't have both. All right. Well, you know what? Let's just go. Here we go. 4 3/4. I'm sorry, 5 1/4 tall. 5 1/4 tall by 4 3/4. Which side do I want where? 4 3/4. How will that look? That's fine. 4 3/4. Okay, so that's going to be that side there, right? So again, I'll bring that back. It is 4 3/4 wide by 5 1/4 tall. Okay. All right, we'll put that off to the side. Now for this side, on the left-hand side, we are going to need a 2 3/4 by 5 1/4 because it's the same. Oh, are you okay?
Yeah.
By 5 1/4. So again, 2 3/4 by 5 1/4. So this should be 5 1/4. Can we get 2 3/4? I sure can. I sure can. Ah, ha, ha. So 1 8 by 8 is enough to make those. So 2 3/4. Okay. Okay, so there. So now we've got the top panel, the decorative panel as well, right? So we've got the game plan for the inside. Yay, us. Now let's work on the outside. You guys ready? See, that was easy. Now, we're going to need the same one that we did here, the middle one. We're going to need the same thing here. If you want to use the same paper, which I did here, you can, or just mix and match because that's always fun. If I have enough of this, I probably will use it. I think I can, right? And if I remember correctly, that was 3 1/4 wide. Let's make sure. Yep, 3 1/4 by 5 3/4. Okay. So again, we need 5 3/4
You just
tall.
said my box from last Saturday. My box.
One second, baby.
arrived today.
1 second,
It
baby.
comes on Saturday. I was getting worried.
5 3/4.
You're welcome, Angel. Help you like you're not.
5 3/4. And then 3 1/4. Okay, that's going to give me an identical mat to that one for the outside here. Yes, yes. Okay, now we've got a decision to make. Let me read chat 1 second. Uh-oh, yeah, I don't know. Post office is, there was a few of them that were delayed. Not sure why. Okay, this mat we're going to hold off on, and I'm going to tell you why. We're cutting all of the mats, Barbara. So far, we've got the base. See this blue one? Well, now it's brown. So we've got the base. Then we've got the middle layer, which is this purple one. And now we've got the decorative mats. So we've cut all of this so far. Okay. Now we're moving on to the front. So in the front, we just finished cutting the purple mat. Not the deep purple, not the plum. Let's say the lavender mat. We just finished cutting that, which is the exact same measurement as the one on the inside. So really you needed 2 of those. Okay. Unless you're just using different papers.
Hi, Lindsay.
In which, hey, Lindsay. Okay. Now here is where we're going to, and let me know if you have any other questions. All you have to do is cut your papers. Trust me. And then we'll put it all together. Now, here is where I want to stop for a second. And by the way, that gives you guys time to catch up if you're trying to catch up. It's kind of important that before we cut this one, we know what our kettle's going to be. Because if you think about it, if I had not created some kind of contrast, right, with my back panel. So let's say I decide to go with something like this, really, really busy, or this one. Let's say that this was this mat. And then my tea kettle also is very busy or has the same colors. Well, that's not going to work. We need to create some contrast there. So let's go ahead and actually, before we do that, so it's a little less confusing, let's go ahead and kind of look at this differently. Go ahead and grab your scoreboards because I don't want Barbara to fall behind or anybody else. Grab your scoreboard and grab your stylus tool or bone folder. Let's do that. Let's grab that base. Remember, the base is the biggest piece, right? So you can't possibly mess that one up. It's just the biggest piece. We're going to put it on the scoreboard on the 9 side. Okay? We're going to score it at the 5, let me make sure, 5.5. Yes, we're going to score it at 5.5. So just come over to 5.5 and score. Okay? Again, if yours doesn't have orientation, it doesn't matter. If yours does have orientation, just kind of keep that in mind. Make sure you're not upside down. Although, the card doesn't have to open this way. We could do the tea kettle reverse. This could be on this side. So nobody says it has to open one way or the other. You can do it either way. Make sure you have a nice burnished line, okay? Okay, so now, Barbara, all the pieces that we've cut so far should make sense now a little bit better. This one goes on this side. See it? This one goes on that side. The next one that we cut goes here, or will be eventually. We're not ready to glue them down yet. And that one there. Okay? That completes the inside. Let's close that. Then on this side, stay in there. On this side, this is what we've cut so far. That's it. We haven't done anything else because we are discussing the tea kettle and how it's going to contrast with that. Okay? So think about what you want your tea kettle to look like. I am going to look through my papers and kind of see what gives. What could I possibly use? I don't know. Let's see, what do we have left over? I don't want something too busy. Well, or even teal, because we have a lot of teal. So take a look around. Oh, that could work. And I got 2 of those. I have 1 1/4 pad now. That's too busy. Yeah, that'd be way too busy for a tea kettle. I mean, it's beautiful and it could work maybe if I did it like in the smaller, but those bigger flowers I think would be too big. That's another one. Oh, that one's kind of cool too. So I'm looking for a wallpaper. Now, again, you could do yours white. You could do yours with sprays because you can make it look metal or something, you know. So again, this is just stuff to play with later. Ideas. That one, that's not bad. What do you guys think? Anything else? No, there's no wood. I wouldn't put text on a tea kettle. I wouldn't put lines either. All right, I think these are my... No, this has got too much teal. I was going to rip this out, but no, not even. It's just too much teal so far. We need to bring in some other colors. So I think these are my top 2 contenders for a tea kettle. This has got too much white. I think I'm going to go that way. Okay, so are we all there? Did that make better sense, Barbara? I hope so, where we're up to so far. All right, let's work on our tea kettle first. And then once we have that cut out, it will make better sense as to what we're going to be doing next. So all we need, of course, is the die cutting machine.
Barbara says yes.
Perfect. I'm going to use my hand one. And for the tea kettle, get my little magnetic bowl before I start losing things, because you know how that goes with dies. I'm just going to drop it all in there for now. Okay. So for the tea kettle, all we're concerned about right now really is the body of it, okay?
Hi, Jenny.
Hey, Jenny. Cool. Drive safely. So I'm thinking this is going to be my tea kettle, which, oh yeah, that looks really pretty. See? I like it. I like it a lot. Okay, so all we're going to need is a small piece of paper. We're going to need probably like a 5 by 5. Let's measure. Like a 4. And again, we can cut out the whole thing and save the handle for later. So let's do that. Like a 4 by 5 will be plenty. Yeah, even like a 4 by 4.5. Let's do 4 by 4.5. So let's trim this down to 4 by 4.5.
Stephanie says you can safe on the road.
Cool. Actually, I can just trim it that much and be okay.
No, Dawn, I'm not crafting. I'm not coloring my stains off the window.
I had to get new plates because you should see my other one. Should I show them to you while you guys are cutting and catching up? I think my plate has had it. What do you guys think? It's hanging on by, it's cracked from here all the way to, it's hanging on by like an inch right now. Look, I think they're done for. So, new plates to the rescue. Okay, so I'm going to cut my tea kettle. It doesn't really matter where I cut it because all I'm after really is this piece right here. Now, don't put that die too far away because we're going to do something else, okay? All right, so we've got our cute little handle, which again, we can save for another tea kettle. Then we can give it this handle. That would be adorable. And we've got our tea kettle, right? Now, we're going to do the same thing, but this time we're going to reverse the paper and we're still going to die cut, okay? All I'm after is the spigot. And the reason why is when we open up our card, we don't want this backside to be ugly, right? To just be like an ugly color. So all you need is just, I mean, you can even cut like a little piece. Where are my scissors? Cut a little piece just to cut that spigot. That's all. Oh, uh-oh. This way. Reverse it and cut it. So we want a mirror image basically of that spigot. And that basically will get glued to the back of this, you see? And now our spigot is going to look beautiful on both sides, okay? Okay. Easy, right? Okay, now get a small piece of white cardstock, just a small piece, because all we're after now is going to be the handle. Okay? You want to cut out the handle right here. So bringing that back. Wrong plate. All I need is the handle. I'm sorry about the glare. Let me turn this off and see if you guys can see any better. Is that better? Oh, if I shadow it, yes, there. I put my big head in the way. All we're doing is cutting that handle from white cardstock. Okay, so we're going to put that there. We're going to put this here. We're going to put this here. So these are the pieces we should have so far, right? Everybody with me? One handle, one reverse spigot, one tea kettle. Spout. Why am I saying spigot? And nobody's correcting me because you're all busy crafting, right? Spout, not spigot. Okay. We are done with our kettle. Now, we're going to bring in the lid. Okay, so this is the lid on top of the kettle. Now, we've got our game plan. We know this is going to be our pot. This is going to be our handle. Looking at your teapot, what color do you think that lid should be? Mine could be a red. Mine could be a brown. Mine could be, I don't know, whatever. So just pick a scrap. And again, this is why I told you, see, don't throw these scraps away. I think this is going to be perfect for my little lid. So we're going to die cut that, okay? And actually give yourself enough room because we're going to need two of them. Spigot work for you? I like the spigot. The spigot. The spout, Maddie, the spout. So there's one. Cut out a second one. Same color, different color. The second one is going to be our saucer, okay? So you decide what color you want it to be. Here, my saucer matches my lid, matches my handle. Does it have to? No, of course not. It could be anything you want it to be. And see, I didn't cheat. I didn't do any of my die cutting early for the same reason, so we could all do them together. Because I know that's a really quick way to fall behind in class, is if you are not on the same page as those who are creating. Then we're going to find a little puff cloud or steam cloud, right? It looks like a little wiggly. And we're going to cut our puff. Could be brown, could be white, depending on your background. Maybe white would look better. I don't know. I'm going to cut one brown and one white because I really don't know. Again, just using the same scraps that we just used. I'm not using anything new. I'm going to cut one of each. I don't know what would look better. Or gray would look nice too, right? Or bluish maybe? I don't know. What are you drinking in your teacup? It all depends. So I'll cut one in brown. And we will cut one in white. Or at least I will. Just so I have choices. Choices are good. Okay. All right, we're done with that. We can put that away. Next, we've got our teacup. Back to the drawing board now, right? We've got our pot. We've got the lid. We've got the handle. What color do we want? Do we want a matching set? Maybe the tea kettle and the teacup are the same? I don't know. Maybe it's totally different? I don't know. What do I have for scraps? It could have that pattern, right? That's kind of cool. What else is on the back? Just look for your scraps. Look through those. No, cups are not made out of tiles. That would not make any sense, would it? Although it could be an imprint, kind of decoration. I don't like any of those. Let's look through the pad again. What do we have left over? What do we have? That's there. Ooh, red would be nice. Do we have anything red? I just noticed this teacup right here. See that? I like that. Do we have anything in here that we can cut? That's red. I'm not seeing anything. No. Oh, how about on this one? Anything here? Could be, right? Could be, but I'm trying to use up my... Ooh! I like this. Check this out. Yes. So this has got like little tiles on the back, and look at that pattern. Where's my mat? Oh, there it is. Look at that pattern. That is so cool. So let's do that. I'm going to cut this little blue square out. And there was even a rusty one here. Oh, and this is going to match the tiles on the inside of our kitchen. Wait, is that going to be a problem? Hang on. I really like it though. Hang on. Well, I could turn it around this way and then it won't matter. Will it? See the beauty of having stuff that has weird patterns? That might not work for me. You know why? Because for it to be continuous, then this would be the same pattern as that. My teacup would. I don't think I like that. Change my mind. Back to the drawing board. You guys can catch up. What else is left over? Oh, this is left over. Will this fit? This is nice and colorful. It will. Look. And that's nice and colorful. There we go. Let's use this right here. Ooh, I wonder if I can even get see the tile border on the top? What if I can get that on the rim of the cup? Wouldn't that be cool? Let's try. If we mess it up, we've got more that we can cut out of. Do we have it? Do we have it? Did it work? It did. Look how cute a teacup is. It even has a little lip on there. Adorbs. All right. Okay, I think that is all of our die cutting. Let me make sure. We've got a handle. We've got, oh, if you want to cut out your handle from the coordinating paper or something else, you can. So instead of, we can use a marker to color it in, but if you want it to like match perfect, like let's say you want it to match this. Let me show you what I mean. Just grab a brown piece of scrap paper here. Cut out a second handle. Uh-oh. Where's my handle? Well, oh, I'm holding it in my hand. All you need to do is cut out this little piece right here, okay? This that looks almost like a little bow at the top. Cut out a second one of those. And then you can reinforce that handle at the top. It could be any color you want it to be. And if you don't want to cut it, you can actually just, you can just use a marker and color it. But if not, we simply grab the handle, snip off the extra bits. And now we have a coordinating handle at the top. Okay, that's it. How easy was that? Again, don't throw away any scraps because we are going to use some more scraps. But I think that's all of our die cutting. How easy was that? Okay, so is everybody there with the die cutting? Are we all on the same page? Any questions so far? Let me know. I'm going to pick up some of this. Okay. Now, let's go back to the card. We've got this. We've got this. Now we know what color our tea kettle. Let's just put it on here for kicks. Do you see how a pattern on top of a pattern is too much? Which you kind of want some kind of a darker background. That is why I left this mat, the one that we're going to emboss, all the way till the end so that we can decide. So now I can bring back my colors and decide what color I want to emboss. Do I want like a burgundy? Could be. A teal? Too much teal. A green might be interesting. Maybe. That's the same light teal. Honey, stop. Stop. A pink? Too light. I think we need something dark. I wish I almost had a darker black. No. I think black would be too much. Let me get a piece of black and see. And again, I'm just grabbing a piece of scrap paper. Let me turn up this light. See if you guys can see it any better. That's almost not too bad. But I think it's too dark. I think I have too much green. I don't know. What do you guys think? I know it's kind of like the lights are not helping right now. Hang on. Let me turn on the side lights. That might help out some. There. Better? I wish I almost had a deep burgundy, but I can, this kind of goes with that. I can always, oh, that red looks so bright on camera. It is not that bright. I can almost darken that with some vintage photo too, make it a little bit darker. More brown. You know what? Why don't we try several different ones? There's no harm in that. We'll do a brown, we'll do a red, and we will do, I think the green is too much. What about blue? I didn't bring a blue. Well, this is kind of a blue.
Are they still here?
Huh?
Are they gone?
Because they're busy cutting and crafting, which is great. Okay, so let's go ahead and cut this middle mat, this one right here, the one that we're going to be embossing. That one was 3 1/4, right? No, wrong. That is 2 3/4. Let me write that down before I forget. 2 3/4 by 5 1/4. Okay, you guys got that? Make sure again. It is, I know I'm in the dark now, I have no light. 5 1/4 tall by 2 3/4 wide. So let's go ahead and cut that. Cut some of those. I'm going to move this up. And then we can kind of decide what color we like. The beauty of a guillotine, right? I can just cut them all. One shot. Make sure. Yep. And then 5 1/4. Okay. Again, we don't throw these away because we can totally use those after. All right. Let's make sure that it's right. Yes, it is. Okay, now let's bring it back and let's look at it again. With the brown, not bad. Put my teacup there, kind of get an idea. With the red, not bad. With the blue, not bad. I don't know. What do you guys think? All right, help me out in chat. I'll wait because honestly, I don't know. Blue, red, or brown? You guys want to see them again one more time? Should I turn on this light? Let's try it again one more time. With the blue. Okay. Oh, stay. With the blue. With the red. With the brown. Which one? Cat says red. Okay.
Jenny says I like the brown. I like the brown or the blue.
Okay. Anybody else want to help me out and vote? Red. Oh, of course, Ori would say red. Oh, look at how pretty that color palette is. Wow. That is really pretty. Brown. Okay, so far 2 browns, 2 reds, and 1 blue. Well, it's kind of a blue. I need 1 more to be a tiebreaker. Brown, red, or blue? Anybody? Anybody else? Help! Oh gosh, I'm going to have to be the tiebreaker. Or Madison. Madison, are you watching? Which color? Red, blue, or brown?
Brown.
Brown? Brown it is. Because that would be 3 browns, right? Yep, brown it is. Okay, well, let's try it.
Okay, that's good.
So we're going to bring back our machine. We're going to get ready
Red.
to emboss. Oh, now we've got 3. Oh. You know what? Let's try the red, Madison. Because we've got a lot of brown, if that's okay with you,
Hi,
boss lady.
Donnie's here.
Hey, Donnie. Oh, and Donnie says blue. Now we're tied all the way around. Oh, no.
Why?
Oh, no. Okay, get your embossing folder. Put your paper in it. Again, it doesn't matter what embossing folder you use, so long as you love it. Wait, that didn't emboss anything. Did it? No, it didn't. So let me try that again. There was no resistance there.
Hello.
Very little resistance. Hello. Hello. Oh, it's okay. There, now we've got some resistance. And I didn't even dampen my paper. I usually like to lightly spray my papers when I'm embossing because it just gets a better impression. But oh, this is so pretty that there's no need. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? All right, so let's look at it with the red. I think that's a cool one. Yeah, let's just leave it at that. Again, let's not overthink it. Why go through all of that, right? Let's just go. Okay, so now we've done our embossing. So guess what? Now we're up to the point where we're going to start inking up all of our pieces. So get your ink. Again, that step is optional. You do not have to ink up all this. I don't like having a big old mess when I'm crafting because that's how I lose things. All right, we're going to start here. I have a new video coming up tomorrow morning. I hope you guys will all watch it. It's really cute. It's fun. It's a brand new thing. Well, I mean, it's new to me. I've never seen it before. Again, you know, just about everything has been done, but I've never seen it. And it's super fun, super easy to do, and you can use your scraps, which is something that we're always looking to do, right? When we have just a little bit of paper left here, a little bit of paper left there. Well, now you get to use it all up and have a whole lot of fun. So that comes out tomorrow. And you know what? We can even ink it up here. Why not? Okay, that looks good. Good there. Oh, forgot the back. And again, the back might be an optional thing for you because if it's a card, you can. If it's not a card, if you're going to insert this into a journal, right? And let's say you're going to glue it on 3 sides and that's going to become a pocket and then this is going to become a flip. Well, then there's no need to ink up the back because you're never going to see it. So how are you using yours? Are you going to use it in an album, in a journal? Are you going to mail it? That all depends, right? Okay, then we're going to do the other panels. Again, we only need to do the one side that we're going to be seeing. The other side is going to get adhered, so no need to do that. Technically, you can use single-sided paper for this because you don't get to see the back. The only place you get to see the back is on the tea kettle on the spout and on the base. which we're using a solid color anyway, but you could use something really pretty, right? You could make it decorative and that would look amazing. It's so funny because my ink pad is full of glitter. I was doing a project and it had sparkle. So now my I've got sparkles, but luckily it's not coming off on anything else. Not that I'd mind some sparkle here and there, but it's pretty stuck on there. Oops. Hey, Amber. All we've done so far is we've cut the panels. We've done our die cutting. So now we're getting ready to start inking up and then assembling. The same thing here. Make sure you go around your die cuts. It's so worth it. It takes, you know, a couple of seconds, but man, does it make an impact. Now, if you are really ambitious, you can cut a few of the handles. Oh, geez, Louise, Maddie. Get back. Okay. Oh, not that. And not you. Let me make sure. Hang on. What I've inked and haven't inked. All of this is inked. Yes. This is inked. This is not. This would look amazing on 3D foam dots, right? Elevated. It would look so stinking cute in 3D. And then you can create shadows on the back, right? Some kind of shading. The only reason why I didn't do that, this is strong, this is strong, this is extremely fragile, the handles. However, like I said, if you feel super ambitious, you can do multiple cuts and then just go ahead and glue them together or glue them together beforehand, then do your cuts and you'll have a nice strong handle that you can use 3D foam dots on, okay? But I didn't do that because I just didn't. Okay, now, when you get to your lids, you're going to ink one all the way, right? And then the other one, we're going to turn into a saucer. So let me show you what we're going to do with that second lid. So this obviously is going to be my lid. This one, we're going to cut off the bottom and we're going to turn it into a saucer. So you kind of want to make it a little shallow. So just grab your scissors. Again, no like set pattern of any kind. I just cut across and now I have my little saucer. By the way, did you know that you can turn this around and make it into a fruit bowl as well? Or a flower vase? You sure can. So you can use this for other things too. So always try and look at your dies in different ways and how you can maximize them, right? As a matter of fact, the next one that we're going to do is the truck card, right? And the truck card, oh my God, that card is so stinking cool. This is trash. I don't need that. I do need the second spout. That die set has fruit in it and flowers. And so you can combine those two dies, this one and the one from the truck, to combine to make some really cool, you know, cards as well. All right, this, we only need the spout, so no big deal on that. If you did your handle, you can ink up your handle. If you did a separate handle, if not, we're going to use a marker to color it in. I don't know which puff of steam I'm using yet, so I guess I'll do both. Don't know yet. White, maybe. Brown, maybe too much brown. We'll see. We shall see. Yeah, we might be going with the white one, but we don't want it to be like naked white. Let's give it some coffee stains there. Ah, so yummy. Look, I don't know if you guys can see it. Give it a little bit of like that mocha look. Oh yeah, I think we're going to go with white. Okay. And then our handle for now, we're going to leave it the way it is. Of course, our panel, we can ink up as well. And for those of you who have joined us late, do not worry. This is going to stay up in the channel so you guys can come back, rewatch, pause it as you need, and play it again. Now, if you want to get some alchemy waxes, that would be great. Also, if you want to use like your dauber and just kind of lightly go over it and give it some highlights so that it shows a little bit more, you sure can as well. Right, so you can give it some highlights. I have the song in my head. I'm a little teapot. You think I would have remembered Spout, right? I'm a little teapot, short and stout. That's too funny. Now we're all going to go to bed singing it. Thanks, Dawn Marie. And I'm just doing this because honestly, I'm thinking the Lisa Horton interference inks, you know, the ones that change color would be amazing, but, and the alchemy waxes too. But this is what I had. So there you go. I could just run over and get my alchemy waxes. But again, we're just having fun. Later on, you guys can come back and add, you know, change it up, use other scraps, use your other paper pads, get crazy. Like Steph was saying, you can do some sprays, you can do some alchemy waxes, you can do some Lisa Horton interference inks, and just, oh my goodness, make this front panel really pop, right? But for right now, that really helped. Really helped. I know it's kind of hard to see from afar. Oh, no, that's actually worse. Anyway, it's got some really, I'll take pictures and put them on the in the Facebook group. It's got some great highlights now and lowlights. Okay.
John said I have this song. I'm a little
yes, I read, honey. Okay, so that concludes that. Now, let's focus in on this little guy right here, right? Now, I wish I had the copper one because I think copper would look awesome, but I've got my silver, so I'm going to use that. So get your chrome marker, which we're going to need for the truck card as well, okay? So make sure you put it away where you're going to find it because we're going to need it again. We're going to get, oh, actually, before we do that, sorry. Get that little scrap of white that you still have. You need like a scrap piece of paper, okay? We are going to make our spoon as well, which is metallic. So all you need to do is, again, there are no measurements for this. I just went like this. Here, let me show you what I did. I just kind of decided how skinny my spoon should be in comparison to my teacup, right? I just kind of went like this. And I thought, okay, that's kind of cool. If you think it needs to be thinner, great. And if not, then just leave it the way it is. And I rounded the top. That's it. That's all I did to make my spoon. See? Spoon. If you want to also kind of come in a little bit to give it more shape, you can. So kind of give it more of that spoon look, the curvy look. Do a little bit more on this side. Okay. And now I look at it again and I think, ah, too adorable, right? There's my spoon. So get that as well. We're going to shake our pens. We're going to do the top of the lid. Okay, so just a little knob, the sides of the handle, and then the spoon. These you shake for about 30 seconds. If it's brand new, you're going to have to prime it. Well, you always kind of have to prime it if you haven't used it in a while. Okay. Prime it. Oh, mine's ready to go. And just color in your spoon. How cool is that? I do wish I had the copper one. I think that would look so cool. And that's all I'm doing is coloring I think a rusted kettle would be awesome. like a coppery one with some patina. Oh, well, you guys know me. I think everything should have patina, right? And I'm holding it by the handle so I don't get my fingers all painty. Not that that matters because I always have colored hands. Today I had Firebird orange hands. Yesterday I had, what was it, blue, midnight blue hands. Every day I have different color hands. Make sure you get the sides as well. Okay. It dries really quick, so you can pick it up almost right away. Get the sides. Okay. And this one's so thin that you can't really see much, but just in case. Just in case. All right. There we go. All right. So now we've completed our spoon, our top, and now let's work on this. So again, if you did cut an extra handle, grab your glue and let's adhere that just by adding a little bit of glue. Well, come on, a little bit of glue. I need like today. Oh, there it goes. A little bit of glue. Grabbing the side that we distressed. And we're going to glue that little handle right on there. How adorbs. There you go. So now that is done as well. See, it all starts coming together quite easily. Okay, now let's start by working on let's work on our cup first, okay? Because in that way we can get that put together and it'll be out of the way. So let's bring back the saucer, the cup, and the spoon. Okay, let's just kind of lay it all out so you guys can look at yours and know how it's going to look. Oh, by the way, you have a couple of choices. You can either put the saucer, the cup inside the saucer, or you can kind of put it in front of it. And in that case, if that's what you're going to do, put it in front, grab a marker and create like a smiley face, like a shadow where it kind of shows like the bowl is dipping, right? So totally up to you how you want that to look. And I mean, you don't have to. I mean, you can just put it there if you'd like, right? You can even add a little bit more ink here at the top so it looks really dark, like it's super shaded. I need more ink. Like it's deep, right? Again, creating that illusion of depth. And then, putting your saucer on there, right? So you could do it that way, or you could put it behind. But for the sake of doing it now, I guess I'm going to go, well, I did that one. Well, now I kind of really shaded this, so I'm kind of committed now. Never mind. It's going to go behind. Okay, so we know that this is going to go here. This is going to go here, right? So if you notice, we still need to make our little tea bag. So we're going to bring back that scrap of white. Any of these will work, right? And what we're going to do is we're going to cut like a skinny, like, I don't know. I don't really have a measurement. Let's see. Let me see what size this one is. This one is 1/2 inch. So about a 1/2 inch strip. Like so. Okay. And we only need a little piece. We don't need that big of a piece. And we're going to fold that in half. Let's put it down. Okay. And we're going to put it inside and we're going to decide how we want this to look. So in my case, well, that's still too tall. I'm going to trim it down some more. And then our tea bags obviously always have this shape right here where we're going to come in an angle from one side and from the other. Okay, so like that. And it's okay if it's a little long because it's going to go inside the cup, so you won't really get to see all of it. Okay, just a part of it like that. Can you guys see that? So again, even though it's long, I can move it up and down as I need to decide how I want my tea bag to look. Sorry, you're getting glare. I see that now. And then again, put your spoon on there and see, are the size proportions about right? Does that look good? Great. Awesome. Okay, so when that does look right, we're going to leave that off to the side. We're going to grab a super tiny, tiny scrap and we're going to fold that in half. That is going to make this right here. So it's just a tiny, tiny piece. That's the label, right? No, I think I need to be more square. Let's try that again. I think that's a better size. Yep. Okay, I'm just going to straighten some of these sides. Okay, so something like that, something tiny. See, they're both kind of small. All right. Once you have that, let's ink it up because tea bags have tea, right? So that's why we love them, because they've got tea in them. And the same thing with this piece right here, because it's a label. If you feel really ambitious, you can write something on there like Lipton. Okay, and then we're going to bring in that string that I had asked you for. Remember?
Bev says, see, I made it.
You
Yeah.
did make it. Hey, Betty. Cut just a little piece. Like, that's even too much. Seriously.
Grace and blessings, everyone.
Thank you. Thank you. Same to you. Okay, we're going to grab our glue. We're going to open up the tea bag. We're going to add some adhesive in here to close it. But before we close it, we're going to grab our string and we're going to pinch it right in between. Okay. So pinch that string into the tea bag like so. Okay. Just pinch it, pinch, 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 and get it in there. Coolness. Then we're going to grab our Tim Holtz tiny attacher and we're going to staple this backwards. So we're not going to staple it this way. We're going to staple it this way. Does that make sense? We're going to staple from the back so that only the two little prongs show up. Oh, I missed. 1 second. It's hard to do this on camera. Hang on. I got to get it out. All right. Take 2. I'm trying to be on camera and show you. So I'm going from the back, not from the front where I distressed. And I'm going to staple so that only the 2 little prongs show up in the front and not the big staple. Okay. Just like that. Okay. And if you need to touch up, because I just noticed I missed some spots here, touch them up. Okay. Awesome. Okay. So, hey, Sue. Hello and welcome. Oh, you probably have, Sue. But hey, listen, hang out because the video will stay up and you can always rewatch and, follow along at your own pace.
Hi, April.
Hey, April. Okay, so we've got the little baby tea bag. So now we get to decide how far do we want this beauty to come. So let's grab our dimensional dots. Let's put one on our tea bag right there in the front. Okay. Let's pull that backing off. And now, like I said, just look at how far, oh, don't stick. How far do I want this to come out? I want to do it at an angle. And again, if you want to write, I love you or something, you might decide you want it to stick out even more. That's totally up to you, right? Like on that other one, on this one, I did a little heart just because I thought it was so cute, right? To just hand draw a little heart. You might decide that you want to write somebody's name or I love you. Okay, now that we have enough string, we're going to bring that string and we're going to kind of gauge where we want that bottom of the tea bag to end up, and we're going to cut. course, I shouldn't be using my fussy cutting scissors, but that's okay. Okay, and then we're going to do the same thing. We're going to grab this, we're going to open it. We're going to add some adhesive, and we're going to glue that string, the end of the string, down onto our little tea bag ending there, okay? Like that. And make sure you pinch it. It's not going anywhere. Okay. And then you're going to bring that back in front of the card, and you're going to decide, where do you want it? Down here, up here, straight or down? I don't know. You decide where you want that to go. And then we're just going to add a dot of glue on the back and put it wherever we want it on our cup. So I think I want mine about here, right on that flower. That seems like a good place. See? There we go. Now, we've got our spoon. So now we're going to bring back the spoon. We're going to add glue to the tip of our spoon. Okay. And again, we're going to decide how far do we want the spoon to stick out. More this way? I think so, because I don't want it in the way of my little string. I really want to be able to see that spoon. And so now the back looks like that, right? Our front looks like this. And we've got our cutie patootie teacup done, right? With the tea bag. Isn't that adorable? And spoon. Okay, now let's go ahead and finish. Should we finish the teacup? I think so. So leave your adhesive dots for here now, the 3D dots. Let's bring in the doily. Now, as I showed you guys, we have 3. We used to have 1. We now have 3 different packs of these amazing, intricate doilies. And if you guys have not seen these doilies, boy, oh boy, oh boy, are you missing out, because they are simply gorgeous. They're like the most intricate, delicate little doilies ever. And they're, I mean, look at the details in that. They're just gorgeously stunning. Look at that. And now we have 3 different versions available. So we can have a lot to choose from. Let me see. I think I have this one already. So let me look at one of the other ones. Thank you, April. I know, they're so fun. Okay, let's look at this one right here. They are so beautiful. Honestly, trust me. Oh my gosh, look at this. The camera doesn't do them justice. The details on these little things is just phenomenal. Look. They're like intricate lace. Look at that. Gorgeous. Okay, so hopefully that gave you guys... Ooh, look at this one. Okay, that's cool. Maddie says, right? Because now I'm thinking, what about a square one? Oh, that's kind of cool. But we have too many squares with the tiles. No, we got to break up the squares. But I love that one. Ooh, this is pretty. And it really highlights. I think I'm just going to go with, oh, that one's pretty too. No, just go, Maddie. Just do it. Do it, right? I'm going to start looking at every one of these. Yeah, it's a great question. Oh, here we go. It's got 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10. Do they all have 10? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Yep, they all have 10. 3, 6. Yep, they all have 10. So they look like they have smaller ones and then some like larger ones. Like, see, this is a larger one versus, for example, this one. So you get a variety of sizes too. They're amazing. I think they're listed on our Etsy store. Oh, wow. Look at this one. It looks like peacock feathers. That's amazing. Okay, let's go. Everybody hopefully is caught up, right? With my talking and talking. I hope so. Okay, so I'm going to commit to this one. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to flip over my teacup. You're home. Yay. Good to hear. And I'm going to add, this is already dimensional, the tea bag, right? I'm going to add another dimensional foam dot here to the bottom of my teacup, right there. Okay. And I'm going to pull that off of the back. And now we are going to place that on our doily. Oh, no. I'm wrong. Sorry. I almost forgot. We got to put the saucer on first. So saucer on first. Again, you decide how far up or down you want your saucer to come, depending on your doily. You might want it up here. You might want it down here. You decide. I'm going to go down here. Need a hanky for your drool? Yes, they are gorgeous, aren't they? All right, so let's adhere that saucer down here. Again, I'm trying not to overthink it because that's sometimes what we do. This, we already removed the backing off, yes. So now we're going to add a little bit of glue to our tea bag, and we're going to sit our cup right on that saucer, like so. And we've got our cup, spoon, tea bag, and saucer all ready to go. Okay. Let's go ahead and start adding some of those panels so we can put this thing together. Ready? Oh, you know what? While we're at it, so we do not lose it, let's go ahead and glue that reverse spout to our tea kettle. So if you cut a second piece, like I had suggested, you don't have to, especially if you're using double-sided paper. But if you did, go ahead and glue that, adhere it so that can be, drying while we're doing the rest of our stuff. Let me go ahead and glue this stuff down. You can cut it off if you want, but it's here, so I might as well glue it down. All right, there we go. Okay, cool. Now our tea kettle is double-sided on the spout. Let me get rid of all these little things that are going to bug me. I just know it. I don't like mess.
Amber says I'll make these late. When my die cut comes, I'll be making these late when my die cut comes, and I'll be
fun to see what I can add. Yes. And guess what, Amber? I'm going to be posting a bunch of inspirational photos of additional projects that you can make with this die set. So you're going to have a lot of great ideas to pull from. Okay, so let's go ahead and start adhering the panels. Let me get my... I already answered that.
Okay, good.
All right. Use whatever you prefer to adhere your panels with. I'm going to use my adhesive tape runner. This one's a permanent one. We also...
I have some of those doilies.
Yes, you do. Aren't they amazing? What did we decide on this? We were going to do what? This and this because the text was different. Yes. Okay. I'm trying to remember, and I'm just going to kind of look at my left, my right. It's kind of hard to do it not crooked without putting my head on the camera. Nobody wants to see my hair. Okay. Like so, right? Then you must have all your goods. Not all of them, I wish. Trust me, I want them all. No, not at all. Uh-oh, we're out. Hang on, gotta get another one while you guys are adhering. It'll give you some time. Awesome. Yes, actually the video, this is the new one that I just got.
On your site.
Awesome. This is from Crafter's Companion. This is the one that I was telling you guys that I did a per square, like per foot. Oh my goodness, I can't get it out of the packaging. Let's start with that. Per inch or whatever comparison yard. And this one came out on top. So I can't wait to try it and see. Ooh, very smooth. Nice. How long it lasts me, because I go through them quite a bit. Okay. So we've got the middle panel. Now we're going to come in with our top panels like so. Again, just kind of eyeballing it. Left, right, top, and bottom. Then my next panel. Oh, which was the side? Wait, Oh, I just realized both sides are. How did we manage that? Wait. No, I'm right. Did I cut from the same piece of... No, this is the bowl. Oh, I must have a repeating pattern. How interesting. We could use this side. I was looking at this top border and just realized that either will go. Yeah, we'll go this way. Why not? Or this way with the teal. I don't know. Doesn't matter. They're both beautiful. I didn't realize that the front and the back had the same border there at the top. Again, just eyeballing it, adhering it down. So our inside panels are done. We can even, if we want to, put in our gorgeous teacup and doily. Look how pretty that looks. So we can, but I'm going to leave that off for now. I'm going to bring in this panel and put that on. Again, if you wanted to add a closure, you can totally do that, right? Because we haven't adhered panels yet. You can even make it magnetic by adding a magnet underneath and then a magnet here and here, and then that would just snap magnetically. So have fun with it. Add closures like sari silk or trim. Oh, we forgot a step. I hope you guys didn't glue this panel. If you did, it's not a crisis. It's okay. If you're keeping up with me, I'm so busy talking, I forgot our beautiful lace. Again, this is optional. So if you don't have a piece of lace, that's fine. If you do, great. All we're going to do is add some lace right there. Just cut a piece first. And then, so it's more manageable. You know, right? It's like blah, 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 blah. Oh, wait. You know what? Since this is extra strong, we're just going to use this. It will hold just fine. How much of it do I want to show? I don't know. A little bit. It's just enough to soften it, right? Yeah, like that. See how pretty? Okay. And then we can trim off any excess off from the top and bottom. And if you feel like that's not going to hold strong enough for your taste, not to worry, because when we add this panel, that's going to sandwich it in between, and that is not going anywhere. If you feel like you want to add even some additional, liquid glue, you can. But this one is, this was not only permanent, it's super strong. So we should be good. We're not going anywhere.
I'll tape everything and the dog.
Okay, there. And again, if you did glue that one, you can glue it on the next one because we still have to sandwich this one, right? So it's not a big deal. You can also glue it from the inside if you want, before you do the inside panels. It doesn't matter. It all works. All right, we're going to adhere that top panel now. There we go. That I do not want to bone fold because I do not, is that straight? Yes, because I do not want to obviously mess with my gorgeous embossing. Okay, now we can glue that right on there. Ready? Let's do it. Add some glue to your doily. If you're using a very intricate doily, more so, remember you can use your sticky dots, right? Hopefully you've already got some sticky dots from us. So you have them in your stash, and they're excellent for things like that, very intricate cuts. Now on this side, you could do a corner tuck, you could do a pocket, you could do both, you could do a top tuck, you could do a belly band, you can add photos, you can journal, so many things, the same as here, or write a greeting, write a poem for that person there, have a pocket with a gift card, and then, you know, whatever message you want to write. So, oh, you like it? The red one looks good. It's going to look even better because there's a lot of red. It's kind of hard. I'll do some still photos, but there's red on the kettle as well as the that top border. Okay, so now we're going to bring in our lid. We're going to add some adhesive to the top of our kettle. We're going to glue on that lid right there. How pretty. Now, before we glue this down, we're going to bring in our handle. Oh, I didn't ink up my handle. Why? There we go. And don't just glue this down. And then when you do this, you realize, oops, you know, my handle's kind of hanging out, you know, out there. Not that it would look terrible, but just remember, if you're going to do that, you're going to have to make that backside silver as well, right? So kind of think about where you're placing this so that this will, oh, I missed something. I missed a little piece there without silver. What did I do? Hold tight. Cappuccino, yes, please, right? After seeing all this, you're like, yum. And again, if you want to show the back, then just flip it over. Do your silver hand. Which one would show? Actually, it's this one, this side. The other one we'll never get to see. Do your chrome or your rust or your whatever color chrome marker you got from us. Copper, gold, and do the other side as well. All right. Let me just dry that real quick. Actually, while that's doing, let's go ahead and add our steam. Again, I cut two colors because I wasn't sure whether I was going to go white, which looks awesome, or I was going to go, heck, maybe we can even do two. Look at that. That's super cool. I didn't think about that. You know, you could cut two and then just, yeah. Wait, can we even reverse it? No, it's the same no matter which way. That's pretty stinking cool. Could be amber. Yeah, it could be. Or even some embossing powder too. We could have embossed it. That's true too. So you could use two. Oh, now I'm kind of undecided. No, definitely the white. I've decided. So we're going to add some adhesive to this. See, this is the kind of stuff that I'm telling you, when it's small like that, you want to use your sticky specs. If you're not familiar with these have a gajillion microscopic little glue dots. See them? Like honeycombs? And all you do is you put your intricate cut, your lace, whatever it is that you're working with, you simply rub it on there, peel it, and instantly you have a sticker. That's it. It's as simple as that. I've got a sticker. Done. And it's stronghold. There you go. We've got our little steam coming out of our delicious cup. Okay. So yes, for intricate cuts, anything lacy and stuff like that, sticky specs are the best because then you don't have to try and get glue in those little tiny spots. Yeah, those are really great, Amber. Just remind me and I will add it to your stuff. Okay. So now, again, we're going to go back to this and we're going to decide, well, how will my handles look? Because they're going to come out from underneath of here, right underneath this little divot right now, right here. Oh, look, I missed a spot. Thank goodness I brought it up close. Let me cut that off. Hang on. Where do I buy so I can get it put into my box? Just send me an email so I won't forget. And then I'll do it before, hopefully, if your box didn't leave today, hopefully it's still here. But if not, it'll just go out on, on Saturdays. Okay, so that handle is going to go right here. See that? Like right underneath the lid. So I'm going to place it down, kind of look at it and think, no, it needs to go higher because it's pouring out my tea. And I do want that spigot to kind of come out of my card, right? Of this front panel. So I think that looks really good. Yeah, so I am not going to move that. I am actually going to lift and add my adhesive on to kind of hold it in place and then follow it up with more glue there. Perfect. Again, would this look amazing, on a pop that like this? I think so. So you guys can play around with that idea on your own and decide if you want to strengthen it one way or another. Oopsie, hang on. I got glue happy. Silicone tip tools to the rescue. These are like my best friend. I am so heavy-handed when it comes to glue. Just like I'm heavy-handed when it comes to my daubers, my sponges. Man, I just destroy those things. Okay, and now I can adhere this in place. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. And I left room down here on both of them, if you notice, for the reason that if you wanted to add a sentiment, you most certainly can, right? This would be great. Or a cluster of flowers, maybe. How pretty would that be? That would look amazing. So go ahead and add your adhesive.
Amber says, where do I buy that?
I already answered it, baby. Baby, I already answered it.
Okay.
Thank you, though. You're awesome. Okay, and there we go. Uh-oh, once again, Maddie was heavy-handed. What else is new? Okay, clean up on aisle 1. Looks good. There you go.
Is anyone else cold over there?
I think the whole world is cold. And we've got our super pretty, again, it's hard with those harsh lights, but we've got our super pretty card with our teacup, plenty of journaling room, plenty of room for photos. Again, if you want to make pockets, you can even make these panels into pockets too, right? So if you wanted to notch this, because you've got this panel, and then this one can become a large pocket. This one can become a small pocket, even a side tuck.
Did you see what Amber said?
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Super fun and cute to do. And again, you can use all of your scraps to make that card. All you're going to need really is, it all starts with this. And I'm going to overload you guys. Like I'm not kidding, overload. You on the Facebook group with ideas on, because it's not just like this. You can use this separate, stack the cups. You can do so many different things. Like I mentioned, you can do this as a fruit bowl. And the next one that's coming up is going to be, so again, let me just put the set there.
Already clean up in aisle 1.
Right? Maddie's made a mess. What else is new? The next one coming up is going to be this die set right here. And that makes this super cute. Again, this is just like playtime. I was just creating kind of an idea. This truck comes with not only, of course, the truck, and we can make it red, we can make it rusted, we can make it whatever. It doesn't matter. Whatever colors you want to make the truck in, and the doggy, of course. But if you notice, it also comes with fruits like pears and apples and flowers. And then you can turn this around and put some pears and apples in the bowls. You can put all kinds of stuff. And of course, the truck can also be made not only like this, but without all of this. You could put Christmas trees on the back. You could fill it with pumpkins. You can fill it with, I don't know, whatever you'd like. Bunnies. I don't know. Anything you want to put in the back of the truck. So the truck can be used year round, whether it's Christmas, spring, fall, a guy card, a woman's card, a pet lover's card. But I just love that little dog. He's just adorable. So yes, I know. So this is going to be the next one that we're going to be doing. I'm hoping next month. I have to look at the calendar. But do you guys have any questions for me at all? Hopefully it was easy enough to handle. Oh, thank you. Hopefully that was easy enough to handle. I told you it's a super simple project, but so much fun. Like, I mean, the possibilities are endless.
Any questions on that?
Okay, well, if I see questions, great. If not, I will let you all know that I'm going to see you on Friday. Don't forget, Friday is Finish It Friday, correct. And on Fridays, what we do is we grab things that we haven't finished, such as this. You're so welcome. So let's say you meant to get this started and you didn't, and on Friday you want to come in and put one together, or put another one, or a few, anything you're trying to wrap up, projects that maybe you meant to get to and you need to gesso or you need to cut or whatever. Come and join us on Friday. Work on whatever you'd like. Oh, me too. I hope so, Kateri. Did they hardwire it? Did he come? Did they come? I hope so. But I'll see you Friday, starting at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for Finish It Friday. And then, of course, I will see you again on Saturday, because Saturday, oh, that's insane, because Saturday is our live sale. So every Saturday, you guys know we have a live sale, or if you don't know, we hope that you'll join us this coming Saturday, where we sell kits, projects, yeah, all kinds of amazing paper lines. New Ciao has just arrived. So we are looking forward to seeing you on Friday and for seeing you on Saturday. You are most welcome, Sue. So glad to have had you. We hope that you'll join us again on Friday and on Saturday, both of those days, for some great fun chat, giveaways. Oh yeah, and a lot of laughter, lots of great product. All right. You guys have a great night. Love you all. Thank you so much for joining us. I'll see you on Friday. Good night.
Good night.
Bye.
Bye.